Hello, fellow R programmers. Today, we continue our discussion about data visualization. You remember from last session, we did 3D plotting. And as I said in that session, in the previous session, the reason I chose to do 3D plotting was to impress you, to immediately notice the differences between R visualization and Excel visualization. And also you remember how much it was easy and smooth process, exactly the same way we learn them with math. We just write down the formula and some other tricks to get the amazing results we experienced together last session. It was just a glimpse of our power in data visualization. For example, see this slide in front of you. It is another example. Here, it's a word cloud, and very easily you can make it with R, and also here is a tree that you see that R can make with you, and it is not easy to find an equal visualization technique that is free, that is based on programming, that has such great power. Okay, now we start with some of the well-known commands in visualization. The first one is a histogram function. Histogram is very famous plot for everyone who works with data. And now we are gonna do from beginning to the end and cover all the details about how to plot a histogram in R. Here you see the resulted histogram. You see on the x-axis we have the name, the label. So I'm telling you these things to notice that. Then I'm telling you, for example, this part is responsible for labeling the axis or titling the plot. Remember, where are those things go? So here you see height, feet, it is X label. Frequency here, as you can see, it is Y label. And here, heights of black cherry trees is the title of the histogram that we have. About details of any visualization function in R, since it is about visualization, there are many details about them that, of course, nobody can memorize them unless you are working with them a lot, and because of that repetition, you have them embedded in your mind. But in the regular situation, for example, you are doing some sort of analysis and you just want to use R visualization to get the results, and you are not that much dominant on the function. And again, my friends, I'm telling you, I'm saying if you want to know all the details, to know generally how to do histogram, it's very easy, okay? But just in case you are interested and you want to know where you can find all the details about, for example, histogram or also other visualization functions in R, you should go to the main R documentation website. That here I have put the address for you. That is for histogram. Okay, they are offering the full explanation about all the details. And again, for drawing a histogram, you don't need to put all those details. For example, you remember I told you always start from very easy starting step, and after that try to dominate sorry, to try to dominate the details. Here I'm gonna show you this website so you can have a taste of the details. Okay, here is that link that I followed. Now see all the details. So you see here it tells you when you want to draw a histogram, write hist and put all the details. And what are the details? As you can see here, it is x, breaks, frequency, probability, include that lowest true, and all the things are the details. And what is the interesting thing about this explanation is still it is not all the details, and as you can see at the end they have put 3 dots, and that means it continues. Okay, because it is visualization, and of course with visualization, and especially when it is a programming language, you may need to change many details about your plot. So they are offered here. And what I want to tell you, I want to show you that when software package is open source, see, this way generously all the things are offered to the learners. And just in case you are interested to expand your knowledge in the field, it would be absolutely available to you. So that's the reason many times I mention to the students and also repeat it to myself, when you want to get dominant on such things, you just need to have 2 things: passion and hard work. Every other thing is available. Okay, let's go back to our PowerPoint. Another good point, another promising point about visualization functions is the fact that they are very similar to each other. For example, when you learn to make histogram, it is a lot similar to, for example, the function that create bar charts for you. Here we are gonna use these arguments for drawing our histogram. Hist is the name. You remember when we wanted to create a list, we use list. When we wanted to create a data frame, we put data frame. And now here you want to use histogram, so you put hist. X, main, breaks, xlab, ylab, xlim, call, that's color, frequency, plots, labels. We are gonna practice all these things together, and today you are going to be an expert in drawing histograms with R, a programming language. Okay, let's do it with an activity, because now you are good with many commands, functions in R, and just with some practices you can learn faster. Okay, here it says that download price.csv at this address and read it to a variable in R. Okay, my friends, the PowerPoint is available also on Canvas, so you can go and download the PowerPoint, and so you can reach out to the link to download the data we need for our plotting project. Here we have the price.csv, and it has only 2 columns. One column is day and the other column is price. And it is all the data. It is 60. For 60 days, we have prices and we want to draw the histogram based on this data while we are gonna tweaking. While we are gonna changing all the settings to see the results. In the first step, okay, we download it and also it asks us to read it to a variable in R. So you please also do it. Here I read the data and here we can see it. I have it here so I can continue with the remaining parts. Obviously, we don't want to draw histogram on day data because day data is just numerator of days from 1 to 6. So our focus is the price data. So when we want to draw it, we start with hist. And what is the data that we want to have the histogram of? It is the price data. So I need to go for that column. Dollar, and between day and price, I go with price. And you may ask, okay, Milad, what about the other arguments? As it is asking us in the PowerPoint, we should do it as simple as possible. As I have always told you, always start simple and after that, add to the complexity step by step. And now I run this. You see, finish. We have a histogram here. What about this information that you see here? They are achieved because R is very good with assigning default values. But here I specified firmly that the data that I want our histogram be based upon is the price data. As you can see, it has assigned that p data dollar price here as the label of x-axis, and here it says, for example, the price here. For example, if it is 50, assume it is 40 to 60. It says that between 40 and 60, we have 4 cases in the data that we have here. You see, they are the prices that now they are here, and they said, for example, as you can see here, for example, here, assume it is 100 to 120. Okay, between 100 and 120, we have about 14 data that all are based on the data that we have here. Now we can add to the complexity of the thing according to the main syntax we have. Here, the next thing after X that we put, because X for us, price was important, so for X we put price. And the next one is main. Main is the title of this histogram that you have. So let's go and put the title for that based on main. The same way we did it for lists, we are gonna do it here. So I'm gonna put main, and here main equal, let's put the title of price, histogram. It is gonna be the name I put for that. I run it, and now you see we get the label over there. And the good news is that all other visualizations functions that we have are very similar. So the same, now you see we define the title the same way. Easily we are gonna put labels for X and Y.